Hello, got a new item. Actually, I got two new items. First one was a gigabit network switch. I'm not going to bother showing you that at the minute, but that is going to be used to plug all my IP cameras in, the alarm panel, my DVR, all my networked products for the security system will be going into there. But I have a lot of toys, but I never had one of these. So I've bought one at long last. I bought the one on the left, the orange one, because I was sick of messing with a reversing monitor out of a van connected to a battery. So I thought, sod it, we'll try one of these Chinese devices, which arrived today. Hell of a lot easier using one of these when on the ladders. It's impossible to focus and zoom a camera whilst on the ladders, then to come back and check you have gotten it correctly. As you know, I do not use cheap cameras, will not use cheap rubbish. Them cheap cameras that the majority of people use have no way of setting the zoom, have no way of setting the focus, which is no good to me, and I wouldn't dream of fitting it. And sorry if you do use that sort of equipment, that's your choice. But if you have seen any of my other videos on this channel, when it comes to CCTV, I will not use rubbish. I will not use products from DIY stores. I have to use and will only use high-end professional CCTV equipment. The monitor that we're going to use this camera to test on the monitor, which is real proper pro equipment. You might have seen these around in the UK. Proper equipment. Right, anyway, I've already unboxed this. But what do you actually get? Well, you get a nice bag, to be honest. It really is a nice bag to keep everything in, to keep your test monitor in. It's padded. And I'm very, very impressed with that, actually, because they didn't have to give you a bag, but they did. So what do you get in this package? This is the £99 product from eBay UK. So let's have a look what came in the box. And as always, I still haven't gotten a tripod. Right, you get the test monitor, of course. You get a fly lead to power your camera from the test monitor. It should be noted that that test monitor will output 12 volt 1 amp, and there's the lead. As I was saying, this actually goes back to cheap cameras. Cheap cameras will have a plug on the power, whereas I don't have one. Sign of pro equipment, that. so I couldn't actually use that to power that camera because there was no way of connecting it. So I'm going to have to modify a lead or make one, because I have all my cameras are like that, just bare wires. So anyway, you get the fly lead. What else? You get a BNC cable, very handy indeed. This is actually a full kit. It contains everything you need. Obviously that connects to your camera. Other end goes onto the input of the test monitor. Just seeing if there's anything else in there. A LAN cable tester. Stick one end of your cable into there, the other end into the test monitor. Probably never used that. What else do we have? We have a couple of fly leads again, different types. We have that one for audio, testing audio. In fact, I might modify that onto there. Chop that end off. I will think about that. Another one for your telemetry, to control your pan, tilt and zoom. Test the pan, tilt and zoom. That goes into the tester. You can get your little crocodile clips there to connect on the end of your telemetry wires. That's it. So you get a nice bag, an assortment of cables that do different jobs. That one we'll leave out because I'll be using that to show you. The fly power lead, the LAN tester keyring. You also get the power supply and battery charger, because there is a battery in the test monitor. When you buy this, the monitor comes out of this protective hardened rubber, and there's a battery on the side in there that isn't connected, so you need to take the door off and just plug the battery in. You'll see the cable and where it connects. So the unit itself, packaged in a rather sturdy toughened rubber case. Obviously you don't want to drop this. If you drop this from the ladders at a great height, you're probably going to smash it, but it's a nice little protective case. Right, so what do we have on the unit? On the left hand side you have your BNC in, BNC out, which is the connections that's using, professional connectors. Video in, so they are video in and video out BNC connectors. Video in on the left hand side from your camera to display on the monitor. Video out, I'm not sure if that displays the image from this test monitor on a bigger screen. I haven't tested that out, but I presume it does. On the right You have your connection for playing with your pan, tilt and zoom settings. You plug the fly lead into there. The other end's on your camera if you have a pan, tilt and zoom camera, because this unit will also control and operate your pan, tilt and zoom camera. There we have the connection for the LAN cable tester. Reset button. A 12V 1A output. Charging power port. That there, believe it or not, is a speaker. Audio in and a serial connector. Now then, this had a little bit of a charge earlier, so there still should be some power in. Press and hold, and there we are, springs to life. I'm shooting this video in HD, but I'll lose a bit quality when I upload it to YouTube, but I can assure you that screen is quite a nice screen. Along the top, which you're not going to be able to see, I don't think. There's some little indicators, charging indicator, etc, etc. It's a little bit dark, you can't see them. Right, now then, cycle through the modes. At the top you can see we have PTZ. It actually moves a little bit fast. See if that button will hold it. You have your PTZ controller, video settings, colour bar generator, cable tester, data monitor, device settings for the tester itself. I'm not going to go through what each and every one of them does, as you can quite clearly see them. PTZ controller. No settings for that because there isn't a camera attached. Video setting. Brightness, contrast, saturation, etc. Your colour bar generator. Cable tester for that LAN cable tester. Data monitor, which should bring back the data off the commands of the pan, tilt and zoom when you're messing about. It should display the settings it's sending, and back to device setting again. Should be noted then the PTZ controller menu, there's a sub menu there where you can pick your camera, protocol setting, and this has quite a few. I don't think that this sends up the coax signals. There's a fair few there. Pick what port, baud rate, the address, pan, tilt, set, go, your tilt speed, your pan address, all that. But anyway, let's connect a camera. So I'm going to take my camera. We're going to use the extension BNC connector that came with the unit. So we'll just connect that there like that. We'll put the other end of the lead into the video in, and test monitor, which is the first one. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky. Take that fly lead earlier, that I showed you earlier, the power one. You're going to put that in to your 12 volt output. Now what I'm going to do, I know red's negative, so I'm going to slide that inside the connector and I'm going to touch the negative on the outside. Now then, am I going to be able to hold that in place? But anyway, it does work. I'm not going to be able to hold that on there and show you at the same time. Hold on. Now we have the camera shone through the blinds. Sorry I can't show you anything better. But believe me, it works. And it displays a nice picture. So yes, if you're fitting a lot of cameras outside, especially cameras with manual focus and zoom, then I highly recommend you get some form of monitor. For when you're on the ladders, just remember that once this unit is charged, you remove the wall charger, and this also becomes a 12 volt 1 amp power supply, so you can power your camera when you're on the ladder, and you position your camera wherever you want it as you look at this CCTV test monitor. Well, that's it, my latest toy, and hope to catch you all again very soon. Bye for now.